In this session, let us talk about the program RHPRO-FL0. We have used this program in one of the demos for position-based security, where we had used this to assign the structure profile to the user. Now, this program RHPRO-FL0 can be used if you want the structural authorizations to be assigned or revoked automatically when a position staffing change takes place. You could also use it to generate user authorizations for users in an organization plan with this program. Now, the PD profiles and the standard profiles can be assigned to the users via their org units or jobs or positions or tasks. That would be an indirect assignment. Now, the info type 1017 is for assigning PD profiles to the users via one of these organization objects, and info type 1017 is for assigning the standard authorization profiles to the users via these organization objects such as org units, positions, or jobs or tasks. Now, once the structure profile or the standard profiles are linked with the organization objects, once you run the program RHPRO-FL0, the users who are assigned to those positions or the org units or the jobs will inherit those structure profiles or standard profiles. So it's an indirect assignment. So using the info types 1016 and the program RHPRO-FL0, you can assign the standard profiles to the users indirectly, which means the users, let's say you link a standard profile such as SAP all to the position, and the user is assigned to that position. In order to inherit the user to inherit that SAP all profile from the position, you have to run the program RHPRO-FL0. Similarly, if you assign the structure profile to the position, then in order for the user to inherit the structure profile, the program RHPRO-FL0 needs to be run. So the profiles related to the org units, the jobs or position or tasks are used for all employees linked with these objects when you run the program RHPRO-FL0. Now the info type 1017. In this info type, that is for PD profiles, you specify the structure authorization profile that you want to relate to a task or a job or a position or an org unit. And we have seen this in the demo. Now, if for example, the authorization profiles for all employees of an organization unit tend to be fairly similar, now it may be most effective to use the profiles for the entire org unit. Now, however, if the authorizations vary by job or task, it may be better to use the profile for the job or task or position concerned. Now, the standard profiles, that is info type 1016, enables you to assign a manually created authorization profile to an org unit or a job or a position. Now, manually created profile is something that you create using the transaction SU02. Now, SAP does not recommend you to do that, so this info type will be rarely used by you, if at all, because SAP does not support issues that may arise out of manually created profiles. But SAP underscore all is an example of that. So if you want to assign SAP all to a particular org unit or a position, instead of assigning it directly to the user, then you could use the info type 1016 to do it. Now you should not enter authorization profiles in this info type that you have created for a role using the profile generator. Meaning, when you create a role using PFCG, you generate a profile for that role. So in info type 1016, you cannot use you cannot assign the generated profile with this info type. Now, if you want to assign the generated profiles to the organization management, then you could use PFCG to do it. So like we said, the PD profiles, info type 1017 is used for assigning the structure profile to the org management objects. And info type 1016 is enables you to assign manually created authorization profiles to the organizational objects, such as org units or positions or jobs. The program RHPROFL0, this report creates authorization profiles for a user within an organizational plan. The report differentiates between the standard authorization profiles and authorization profiles for structural PD authorizations, that is for structural authorizations. So when authorization profiles are generated using the profile generator, that is using PFCG, the user is also assigned user roles that are linked to that profile. Now when you execute this program RHPROFL0, the system searches along the profile, the evaluation path PROFL0 for all persons in the structure and saves them temporarily. Now, whatever persons that this evaluation path captures, using these persons as a basis, the system reads up to the next higher organization unit all the related objects for a given key date that are valid at that point of time and have the info types 1016 or 1017 appended. So if there is any, the system looks for if there is any entries that have been made for this info type or these two info types using this evaluation path for whatever persons this evaluation path determines. Now the system then checks whether the users already exist in the system or not. Users meaning the user IDs of the persons that have been determined by the PROFL0. Now this is necessary because users also created in the system cannot be entered in the info type 105, that is a communication info type for the person. Now if the user has not yet been created in the system, then it is created automatically. The authorization profiles for all users found in the organizational plan are then entered. Now once these steps are complete in RHPROFL0, you can check the results of the standard authorization profiles and the user roles in SU01 for that particular person, the user ID of that person. And you can check for structural profiles, that is the entries made in info type 1017. You can check those entries using the transaction OOSB, which is used to link the structural profile with the user ID. So the RHPROFL0 report creates the authorization profiles for users within the organizational plan, and it links the standard profiles and the authorization structure profiles to the users that are assigned in these two info types, 1016 and 1017. So this was a brief overview of the program RHPROFL0 and how it is used and what it does.